Howdy folks, welcome to episode 29. Today we're going to try to finish up phase 2 of the capital vessel construction. What's phase 2, do you ask? Well, phase 2 is just the outside, the shell. Phase 1 was the layout, the basic, just the rectangular floors and stuff, and getting the where's each room going to be set up. And phase 2 is, as you can see, the outer shell, and phase 3 is profit, of course, or decoration, probably more like decoration. So yeah, before we start decorating and stuff, I want to get at least this back bay finished up and figure out where we're going to put the warp coil, because that's the other thing I kind of forgot about. So yeah, when I put this thing together, I basically just threw down a sketch on paper. I'll show you. You can see the graphic right now of what the what I'm working off of. I didn't do anything creative. You can do that if you want. I didn't do it this time because I just wanted to challenge myself and see what what I can come up with on the fly. Plus real men don't use creative mode, so there's that too. But yeah, if you're building and you're not sure of what you want to do, I would suggest doing it in creative mode instead of survival, so that it's easier to undo or just wipe or whatever, and you're not wasting resources you spend a lot of time gathering in order to try to build something. And don't be afraid to just try something and see how it looks, and if it doesn't look the way you want it to, then you can just undo it, or you can save multiple versions of your game, of your creative world, and go back if you don't like the way it turned out. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna try to put the sides on here, and I was trying to decide what I want to do with the bay, and whether I wanted to continue this theme. Obviously I want to continue this theme, but whether I wanted to either make the side walls of this one really big window, or whether I wanted to continue the same scale. And my thought is that after considering it for a while, I'm thinking that if I made this one large window, like it came out 3 on a diagonal and went down 3 and then came in 3 more, it would stand out from the rest of the ship. It would look, it would stick out. It wouldn't look like it belonged on this ship, like it was kind of, jammed in there. So, or like it was built at a smaller scale and then zoomed up or something. So yeah, I'm going to try to continue this on the bay. So why don't we get to building that? Whoa! And don't don't turn your jetpack off. Okay. Don't jump out of the ship with your jetpack off. So I need to remember how I did these corners. I think I did this. Is that what I did? So I went and in the constructor I built some more of these, because I'm going to need a ton of them. So this is going to go on this corner, and what are we going to do? We do one and then 2 out. Okay, so let me get the paint gun out here. This is how you want to do this. Let's measure it with the paint gun instead of like placing down blocks and then discovering we didn't do it right. So we'll start with a window here, and then 2 spaces in a window, 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 2 spaces in the corner. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, that works out. That works itself out. Okay, so we can lay down. Let me also put a symmetry axis, since I don't have that, and we'll get that going. Okay, so now when we lay this out, when we lay out this wall, it should fit just right. So I need to get all my blocks rotated the right way. Let me make sure that these slats are not backwards. Okay, so yeah, we've got, whoa, where did that go? Okay, so we're gonna do this wall. Wow, I'm really screwing up major today. We're gonna get this wall put in, and then what I'm gonna do is duplicate this this same theme, the same windows, the 3 tall window and a space there, as you can see on here. there's an extra block space, and then either put a flat or come back out. I think it might look better with a little flat area. So it's going to go like this, and then it's going to come up here, okay, like this, and then I think I'm going to put a flat space. Let me check and see how many. Let me do this with one block so that I'm not wasting a bunch of blocks. So this is going to be flat here, and then this is going to come back out like this. Okay, and then there's going to be another one like that. Is that going to be the window? Yeah, that's going to be the window, and then a flat block, and then the other window, and then, yeah, is this going to fit? I might have to put an extra block in there. So, and that's going to be the window, and that's going to be an extra one block here. Whoops. Okay, we can still see what's going on here. I get to deconstruct all this off camera. And then, yeah, I think this will work better if we put, because this is going to come in and be a weird looking thing. So yeah, this is going to look better if we put either a space or even two spaces in here. So we'll need to put two, yeah, because if I move that up by one block, then this is going to meet the top, and that's going to not be flat. So this needs to come up by 2 blocks. So if I put a 2 block space in here, where is my remove tool? Okay, so we will go remove this, and come on. I just need to get it laid out so that I know where I'm going from. I'm not gonna miscount or anything. Okay, so if we lay out a 3 gap between those, and then we mirror this, so we go up 1, is that going to be right? Yeah, it's going to go out 1, so this will be where it goes out 1. Just double checking this because I don't want to screw this up. This thing is twitchy today. Okay, so it's going to go out 1 and then up for the windows, and then it's going to come back in, and then there's going to be another one up here. Let's see, we'll put this here. There's going to be another one here, and then this is going to be, does that still not make sense? It's still missing one. It still needs to be one more block. Okay, so maybe I can even put in another layer of ridges here, so I can make this one higher and then put in the windows. So let me, let's see. Let's lay this out and see how this is going to look. So we would have another set of windows here, right? Is that right? Is this going to come in too many though? Yeah, let me mess around with this off camera and I will come back when I've got it figured out. Okay folks, we're back and I think I've got it figured out here. So this is going to be the cross section of this thing. This little section will be windows in the middle. The thing that was throwing me off was the was that I was trying to come out 2 here and then come back in only 1 here, and then but I was also coming in 2 here, so it didn't make any sense. It wasn't lining up. So yeah, let me put a row of windows on here too, so we can see what it's going to do. And yeah, we can get a decent look at what it's going to look like. Let me make sure these slats, because I think these are, yeah, these default to upside down. So like that, there we go, and that, and let me see, I need to put in a piece here, Okay, so, and then the other piece is going to be like this. Okay. We're going to go like that and like that. And this is going to, I need to get another row of these out, don't I? Let's see, we'll go, come on, no twitching, no twitching. Always does that when you try to put just two. Okay, and we'll put this on the bottom, and we'll do another two. How about instead of trying to do a, still screwed up. Okay. And this will give us a better indication of what we're looking at. And this, and we'll get this going here, and here, and down here. And then we'll get our middle blocks, and that middle block, and our middle blocks again. Come on. This thing has a little delay in it when you're clicking. You can't like fast click on it. Let's see, and these, and the bottom there, and the middle blocks. Still does it. Okay, and the, what did I screwed up something there already. Okay. Let me see, I need this, two of these, and then one of these. Okay, so let me take this out of here, and we can get an idea of what this is going to look like. This is going to be these all the way across. So that's going to go all the way across, and so is this one. Why don't I do that so that I don't forget? Okay, so yeah, it's going to look like that, and I think that looks, I think that's going to match in with the rest of the ship. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's what we're going for. So let me flesh this out, fill all this back out, and I will come back in a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and I've got this finished up. Let's see, let's take a little bit distance back here. We'll turn off the axis too. Yeah, I think that fits in with the rest of the ship, the little bubble-sided kind of thing. So yeah, there's the landing bay. I'll have to clean up the back here and make it kind of, you know, make the ends look not just chopped off. And you know, obviously we'll have to flesh out the interior of the bay with some stuff once we get to that phase. That's going to have lots of room. The other thing I need to add on to here that I don't have, that I put on my sketch that I totally forgot about when I was putting everything together, is the warp engines. So we'll have to decide where to put that room. I think maybe we'll put it on the bottom of there, or on the bottom of engineering, and put some stairs down from engineering or something. On my design I had it going up, but the way this is looking right now, I don't think it would fit right here on the top where I had it, so I don't think it would look good. I think it would probably look best either on the bottom of engineering or on the bottom of the bay, and I will decide that in a little bit, or probably later on. The other thing I wanted to get done in this episode is this section right here in front of us, and so I'll turn the symmetry axis back on, and I think what we're going to do is the same thing we've got on the back of the thing there, the same thing we've got on the back of the bridge. So we're going to do these blocks here, and I'm going to waste 2 whole blocks doing this. And then, yeah, we'll end up coming out with these little triangles. Let's see, is that triangle on the top too? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I can get that before I spin it. we can do that, and then this is just going to come up. So it's going to be this piece, and I think we're going to end up with like this. So we're going to do this on every one of these. Come on. Oh man, this is going to be twitchy and I'm going to waste a million blocks, right? You know that's going to happen when it starts getting twitchy like that. It's going to put on a big row. Okay, so this is going to come up like this, and these blocks are going to sit here in between them to make our little pretty little diagonal. Yeah, there's the twitch. Okay, and get the fun of taking those out, and I think that's just yeah, okay, it's a ramp or something. Let's see. Yeah, I can do that and then come up with it, or I can put a ramp on this. Yeah, because I don't think a ramp is gonna fit. Let's see. Oh yeah, that does fit. Okay, cool. And then let's see, this side is going to be like this and this. We're going to have one layer of that, and I think we may even just come all the way down with it, down to this part at least. So we can do the ramps here. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay, that'll work. So we can do the ramps there, and then we will put these coming down to them like that. Whoops, I hate when I do that. Okay, and bring that up, and we'll do that. And let me clean off let me clean off those and extend this over into this wing. Are we gonna extend that into the wing, or are we gonna bring the wing out? Let's see, this, because this needs to meet here. Whoops. We'll put a block here to sit on top of, and then this needs to go like that. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then it's going to do the same thing here. Is that where it's going to sit? Yeah. Okay, so we'll put this in here, and we'll put our diagonal there, and then I will clean that up just like the other ones, and I will be back in just a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and I think I've got all the phase 2 done, so we can take a quick look around here. I cleaned up the back here so it looks a little bit nicer. We can do even some more during the decoration phase on that. But yeah, as you can see, I kind of made those into, they look nicer, they look rounded. I also added in a warp core room for the warp thingy. So yeah, that's accessible from the engineering. So I put in some stairs. Let's see here. Let's take one more look around this. So yeah, you can see the outside looks all cleaned up. Obviously I need to paint, but yeah, it would, whoops, what's going on here? Whoa! Okay, I turned off the wrong thing, that's what. I turned off the capital ship instead of the SV. So yeah, it's a little dark in here. I haven't put on the lights. That's going to be for phase 3. So yeah, you can come from the crew quarters to the bridge. You can go from the bridge to the crafting room here. You can go from the crafting room downstairs to engineering, and which is very barren right now too. And then we have the warp room, and you can hear the warp core humming. Apparently it doesn't know the words. So yeah, we can finish up with the decoration in the next phase, and we'll probably do some adventuring between now and then. I don't want to bore you guys to tears with all building episodes forever. So, whoops. So yeah, join us for episode 30. I think we will do some adventuring, and we will see you then. Later.